My name is Brandon McCormick, and I'm founder and filmmaker here at Whitestone Motion Pictures. And Whitestone's a collection of artisans here from all over where we have banded together to make short films. A lot of the people here have been working here for many, many years. So we've kind of like this band of brothers and work on a lot of short films and working our way towards a feature film. So it's kind of a collective team. Not normally, you usually have a filmmaker and then doing his own thing, but here it's a really collection of artists that do the same thing over and over again. So there's cohesiveness to our films. I started Whitestone about 12 years ago. I got into it in high school. Started doing films for a local church, doing some stuff on the side just for fun, and eventually progressed and got a full-time job at a church called Whitestone, where they let me do whatever the heck I wanted, which is for no reason, I don't know why. So I made weird and strange fairy tales, and at that point, we've continued to grow and grow, and I've decided to build Whitestone here in Atlanta and not go to LA, mostly because we just like it the way we're doing it better than the way they're doing it. And that's it. That's just continue to grow, try to get better every single film, and we want to make feature films. So we just try to practice. Our philosophy is if we can do 10 minutes and that's good, we can maybe do 15 minutes, that's good, and then hopefully we can do an hour and not waste anybody's time. Just recently, the first film that was kind of got a lot of attention online was Heartless, the story of the Tin Man, which is the true backstory of the Tin Man from A Wizard of Oz. And which is fun. It's a pure fantasy film, just lots of set pieces and costumes and special effects. Then we moved on to a film called Candy Shop, and it's a film that I was working on for about 3 years, trying to get funding for it. And that's really a fairy tale about the sexual exploitation of children, which is sex trafficking of children here in Atlanta. There are anywhere from 200 to 300 girls a month trafficked through the city of Atlanta for sex, and it was like a shocking thing to me. So for us, our response was to make a film, and so we got to make a film last year. We got to premiere at the Fox Theater, about 4,500 people, and launched a citywide campaign called Stop the Candy Shop that was hopefully raising funds and energy to stop the exploitation here in our city, and eventually throughout the country. More recently, this year, we've worked on a film called Blood on My Name, which is a gothic Southern Americana musical. I think that's one of the first ones that is like that. And then we've just now wrapped on a film called Jack and the Dust Bowl, which is a 1930s Dust Bowl retelling of Jack and the Beanstalk. And we're wrapping that in a few days. So it should be online about a week or two. Anytime filmmakers come by Whitestone and ask, how do I get started? How do I get going? I tell them that we are in a time that is unlike any other time in history. Everybody has a camera. 30 years ago, it was expensive to get film or whatever. You had to show your films in a room to somebody. It was the only way you can show it. Now you've got an iPhone with HD, and you can get worldwide distribution on YouTube for free. All of our films have gained popularity online for free. We've gotten about over 1.5 million views, which was able to get us all the phone calls from Warner and Paramount and all that stuff, just because we put it out there. I've made probably about 400 something short films. I'm only willing to show about 6 of them. The rest of them are total crap. And even the ones now are okay. Trying to get to great someday. So make a lot of stuff, as much as you can. There's no excuse. I hear a lot of filmmakers who write, filmmaker on their business card, but they don't make stuff, and they don't do anything. And they think about it, and they talk about it, but they don't actually make things. And at Whitestone, we just really push the doing. We are the doers of things. So that's my advice. Don't give me excuses. Don't say, well, I wish I had this camera. I don't have that camera. We've gotten to play with some really nice cameras. Our last 2 films were on the Alexa, which is like the nicest whatever camera. And turns out you still make a crummy movie on a $250,000 camera. And you can make an amazing movie on a 5D or your iPhone. Really, it's about storytelling. So learn storytelling. Robert McKee's story. Read that book 20 times, and go make as much crap as you can, because then eventually it might turn to less crap.
Your food was a long visit round. Say you are the only. So many foreign roads, so relatively far, so ready for us, so ready for us, so creature fear. I was teased by your blouse, spit out by your mouth. I was loud by your load, seminary soul. Tail on, take on.